Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this episode of Stenden TV magazine. I'm Natalia, and today we will be talking about what you should do after the ending of this school year. But first we are going to start with an item about festivals. We all have dreamed about going on an adventure, and we all deserve it after how much work we have put in this academic year. Today we will show you what festivals you should attend in Europe this summer, but don't you worry, we will also provide you with the necessary tips and tricks on how to set up a major festival.
Do you want to do something amazing this summer? My name is Anka, and today I'm going to show you exactly what you're supposed to do, because summer is coming. So check out these festivals.
Rock Worked is a mainstream festival in Belgium. No reason to not go there. The atmosphere is really awesome. Awesome people. People throwing with beers and silly mosh pits and things like that. Yeah, only good memories about Rock Worked.
Untold Festival is located in Cluj in Romania, and it was actually the best major festival of Europe last year. This year it's going to be bigger, better, it's going to be amazing. So my best experience was when Armin van Buuren played, and he actually started crying, and he said that he loves Romania and that he cannot wait to come back next year. The festival was overall amazing. We just didn't want it to end.
Positivus is a popular indie festival in Latvia, north side of Latvia by the sea, and it is the most popular festival in Baltic countries. Headliners like Iggy Pop, Ellie Goulding and M983. And I liked the festival last time so much that I decided this year I'm gonna go and work there.
Splash Festival is a hip-hop festival in Germany. It's in the northern part. It's like between Berlin and the border to Poland. And it got like 30,000 to 40,000 visitors per year. And they mainly book hip-hop artists, but reggae artists as well. And during the night there are DJs performing to party. Action Bronson is coming, Reggie Snow is coming, Skepta. So I'm looking forward to it. What I really like about the festival is the camping site. There are always good people to meet, and if you don't go to the festival area, you can still party on the camping site, which is really fun. I really look forward to seeing them, so go there.
Did I convince you yet? But remember, there are many more festivals upcoming this summer of 2016, so make up your mind and go on the adventure, because you deserve it.
All those festivals, too many to choose, but for now, for a deeper insight, we sent two of our reporters over at Pinkpop Festival. Let's see how they're going, how things are going there. Maud and Martin, hi.
And you? Yeah, I'm Norwegian. Yes, all right. Why did you come to camping A? It's the closest. It's the closest one? Yes. Okay. And did you come here early?
Very early.
Very.
6:30, 5:30.
Where did you come from?
Eindhoven.
From Eindhoven?
Yeah.
Okay.
We come from Amsterdam, but we made an extra stop in Eindhoven.
And did you have already some beers?
No.
No?
Just coffee.
It's coffee?
Yeah.
Are you not way?
No.
Alright, and do you guys like Paul McCartney?
I think so. I don't know.
I think it's got to be great.
Yeah.
Okay, that's it for Pink Pop. We're going to go back, I think, in a few more items. And the second item is about food. Everybody loves food, so we are going to introduce you some of the food hotspots in Leeuwarden. In the next video, we will take a look at the places that we have chosen for you. After that, our guest Nicky Huizinga is going to join us and tell us a bit more about the food hotspots in Leeuwarden. Vinnie and Joe is renowned for having one of the best, if not the best, coffee and tea in town. It is located at the end of the Grote Hoogstraat, next to the Gouverneursplein. The cafe atmosphere can be described as relaxing, taking some time off, or just putting one leg up. With modern and stylish interior in the back room and basement, the overall flair becomes sympathetic, especially for students. In the basement, champagne and other alcoholic drinks are offered. Another food hotspot is the Wijncafé Sam's, located right next to the Gouverneursplein. For going out in an elegant and suited-up manner, this particular restaurant seems to be perfect for that. The inside of it is designed to be a high-class, luxurious and delicate. The dishes are not focusing on one specific taste, it's rather to be the specialty of their offered wine, as the name already reveals. Next up is the Frisian-orientated restaurant Bij Us, which is located at Over de Kelder. Being bound to the Frisian culture, they offer mostly dishes made with the ingredients from the region. With offering after a 3, 4 or 5 course meal, the atmosphere becomes cozy, familiar, also elegant. Although it's not right in the city center, it is still in walking distance after a day in the city center. Besides the other restaurant in this listing, the Kelder Y1516 focuses not only on one particular taste. They offer a wide range of drinks and dishes, from coffee, tea, cocktails, wine, beer, snacks, full meals and delicatesses. It is located on the Nieuwstad and therefore right in the city center. The atmosphere can be described as comfortable and friendly, since the restaurant is not too spacious. This location is perfect for a meal after a shopping tour in the city or for going out with friends. Students also often visit this place due to the location and appropriate prices. The 3JO Campus Café is located near Stenden and NHL, and it is a perfect hotspot for students and teachers from both of the universities. The cafe provides different varieties of foods and drinks, and their specialties are coffee and tea. You can enjoy a really nice atmosphere inside and outside as well. The place is perfect for student meetings, sessions, or just to have a nice cup of coffee. And welcome to our guest Nicky Huizinga. Welcome. You work at Kelder Y1516?
Yes.
Yeah, and what did you think of these hotspots?
These hotspots I really like. I'm there almost every week. And Bij Us I also worked a half year. And Kelder Y1516 I work there. I like it very much.
And what do you consider as a major factor that makes Leeuwarden a food hotspot?
A major factor is, I think it's really Kelder Y1516 because it's not the normal bitter balls and nacho. Yeah, we also got nachos. Yeah, they are better than the rest.
Okay, well, could you describe a bit more about Kelder Y1516 meals and menu?
It's on the menu. There's mostly tapas. And we got like small pizzas, vlamkoeken.
Yeah.
And we got oysters.
Oysters, okay.
And just olives, nuts, cheese.
So no fast food.
No
what
fast
do you
food.
think about fast food in general?
I like fast food really much, but it's not really healthy.
No. So you only serve healthy stuff and cocktails and beer and wine?
I cannot say that nachos are very healthy,
No.
but most of the things are.
And we're all students here, so we're on a budget. Do you have any suggestions on where we could eat?
What kind of budget?
Oh, maybe 20 euros per meal.
20 euros, I would recommend Easterman. That's in the... I don't know the street. But it's like 7.50 for a meal, and then you got 3 dishes.
Okay. And what kind of food do they serve there?
It's different every week.
Okay.
So just meal, meat, and fries, and desserts, salads.
Okay. Well, sounds really nice. Are you, in your future, you're a bartender right now?
Yes.
But would you like to open a restaurant?
I don't think so.
No, why not?
Why not? Because I would like to open a cocktail bar.
Okay. Well, we're gonna talk about that after the next item. So you are also going to make cocktails for us. But first we are going on to the next item, because who doesn't love a cold fancy drink on a hot summer day? Nicky will tell us something about his life as a bartender. He will also show us how to make his 2 favorite drinks.
Hello, my name is Tess Veldhuis and today we are at Kelder 65 in Leeuwarden. Nicky Huizinga will tell us something about the cocktails and we will make them. Let's go inside. Okay, who are you?
I'm Nicky Huizinga. I'm from Leeuwarden, the Netherlands. I'm 19 years old.
Where are we now?
We are now in Kelder 65. It's also in Leeuwarden. It's where I work now. Now we're going to make the Russian apples. I got my beautiful assistant here. She's going to make it.
The Russian apples.
We're going to make a Long Island iced tea. Then you are going to shake it. Always keep smiling. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Stop. The Long Island iced tea.
What is your favorite cocktail?
I think it's strawberry cheesecake. It's really fresh, and when it's really hot outside, it cools you down, and it's not a lot of alcohol, so you can like drink 12 of them, and then, okay, then you might be fucked up, but it's nice and it's a bit sweet, and I like it.
Well, this is the Long Island iced tea.
Oh, nice.
And this is the Russian apples. Which one did you like the most?
I like the Russian apples the most because you can taste, really can taste the apples in it, and I do like that in a cocktail if you can taste the fruit. Lekker, lekker van Nicky.
And who could explain more about cocktails than the bartender himself? Nicky, you're 20 years old and you have been working at Kelder 65 for 2 years now?
Yes.
Okay, what are you going to make
Today
now?
I'm going to make a cosmopolitan.
Okay. Is it nice?
It is really nice.
Okay. Well, I have also a few questions for you. What inspired you to become a bartender?
My dad inspired me.
Your dad?
He's a bartender for 30 years now, I think.
Wow. And you thought, okay, I'm also going to do the same.
Behind him.
Okay. And I heard something about the Bols Bartending Academy.
Yes.
What is it?
It is an academy where you will learn more about cocktails. It was a 4-day course from 9 to 5 every day. And they explain you how to work quicker, how to make it look easier, how to make it tastier.
Okay, and did you learn anything special?
No, not really.
No. Okay. And you're only 20 years old, but how do you visualize your future?
My future? I hope that I will have my own bar in a couple of years.
Okay. Well, maybe I will come
nice.
to you. Yeah. Well, you're going to make Cosmopolitan.
Yes.
Can you explain step by step how it's made?
Step by step.
Yeah.
First, you got 30 milliliters Control. Have to do it already?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what is this?
Control. That's a liqueur from oranges.
Okay.
Then 30 milliliters of cranberry juice. Then 30 milliliters of vodka. My favorite drink.
Did you drink it last night?
No.
No?
No. I have to work last night. Then 2 wedges of lime. Squeeze it. And let it in. Then you got some ice. And then you're gonna shake it. Ten seconds. Then we're gonna fine strain it into the glass. Yeah.
It looks very easy. But oh, it's pink.
Yeah. And then you got a Cosmopolitan.
Well, I'm gonna taste it. Oh, it's really strong. Okay, it's 2 in the morning. And one last question. I talked to a guy about cocktails, and he said, no, cocktails are for girls. What do you think about that?
At Kelder 65, there are almost only girls drinking cocktails.
Okay.
But some men also like it.
Okay. Do you like it?
I like it really much.
Okay. Well, thank you for making this cocktail, and I'm gonna drink the cocktail. But we first are going to our reporters. I think our reporters have settled into Pinkpop pretty well right now. Let's see what's going on.
Engels, hè?
Yeah.
We're standing here at Pinkpop with Cornell, Shores, and Juan Sophia, and I'm going to ask them how they feel right here. So, Shores, how is the look and feel here?
Well, it's the first time we're at Camping A, and it's just an amazing atmosphere here. There's every people just sitting in that tent, just drinking beer. This guy already drunk as fuck, and he just got here like only an hour ago. And we're just really looking forward to watching the cool bands and just get really fucking fucked up here.
Okay, and why this year you chose for Camping A?
Because last year we had to walk like 20 minutes from Camping B to the festival train, and we wanted it easier. And we always heard that Camping A is the best camping of Pinkpop. It has the best parties and the best people.
Yeah.
So that's why we came here, and
you can walk like 6 minutes and then you're there, right?
Exactly.
Okay, and for which artist did you come?
Rammstein.
Rammstein?
Rammstein. All different artists. Mouse.
Well, thank you very much. We're looking forward to all the concerts and have fun.
Okay.
Well, thank you, Maud and Martin, for this report. The fourth item is about the fact that students are parking their bikes on the Kennisplein between Stenden and NHL, which is not allowed. This is giving the guards at Stenden some trouble. Let's watch.
Meet Robert. Robert is a guard at Stenden University of Applied Sciences. He takes care of the school. Robert doesn't like that students park their bikes on the Kennisplein because this makes his working day longer. Robert stays at school to remove all the bikes. Help Robert make his romantic dinner. Do not park your bike on the Kennisplein between Stenden and NHL. The student learned from his mistake and parks his bike into the bike shed the next morning. Robert is happy because his working day is now shorter.
And today with us is Jaimek Woldhoff, and you're a student here, but you gave the first year students the assignment to make this video.
Right.
Could you tell us a bit more about the fact that it isn't allowed to park your bikes there anymore?
Yeah, right. Well, the thing is, Stenden noticed that there are a lot of bikes standing at the Kennisplein entrance. And they know that NHL, the other school on the other way, they know that they give fines to students if they park their bikes right there. So Stenden didn't want to do that because it's really strict, and they didn't like that. So they wanted to do something else.
And what would they like to do?
Well, they wanted us to make a video, or sort of like a commercial, info commercial, in where it shows that it's not. You can't park your bikes at the Kennisplein, but they didn't want it to be like, oh damn you students, you can't park your bike right there and stuff like that. So they came up with a couple of alternatives to properly park your bikes at school. So they wanted to reflect that in their videos, sort of like they have bike racks behind the school at the main entrance, I guess. They want to facilitate with helping when their bikes are stolen and stuff.
Okay.
So they really want to help the students park their bikes better and more safely. So.
And this is only an item or a video.
Right.
Are they going to do something else to make it clear that they can't park their bikes
Well,
there?
for now I'm not sure. The thing is that most of the students didn't even know you can park your bikes right there. So the first thing to do is inform those students and make sure they at least know they can park their bikes there.
But it's pretty easy to just park your bike there. Why isn't it allowed?
Well, it gives, most of the times it doesn't look very well, and it really gives like a packed idea of not really neat. So, and we have special racks for the bikes, so we paid for that.
Are there many racks for the bikes?
Yeah, there are
enough?
plenty. Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Okay. Do you know how many students are going to school with a bike? Or on a bike?
No, I'm not sure.
No?
We didn't do any research on that.
Okay.
We just get the assignment and we work with that. So.
Well, and how is this going to continue? The item is made.
Right. We hope students like the video, and we at the end you saw a hashtag Romantic Robert, and we hope students like that and integrate that into their own social media stuff. So like be happy, like happy photos of them really good parking their bikes and stuff.
Or
so we hope
being
that works.
romantic.
Right?
Or being romantic.
That could be done too. Yeah, right. And alongside this summer, the school will be rebuilt, I guess. So there will be special bike stands for that.
Okay.
So we just hope that students get the idea and don't think it's like, oh, we can't park our bikes there, but really think, oh, well, we better park our bikes there because it's better for us and it's better for Stenden too. So.
Well, thank you for this information and about all the bikes and about where to park. For the next item, let's talk about football. For the first time since 1984, the Netherlands didn't qualify for the European Championships. The football fans without a nations are quite disoriented because they don't have a nation to cheer for during this tournament. Our reporters went out to find an answer for the most important question: which country should we support this year?
It's time for Europe's biggest summer party, the European Championship. And nobody ever thought that the Netherlands will not be invited. But the team which wowed in Brazil has somehow failed to reach France. And that means we have to find another land to yell for. But what country should we Dutch people support?
Yeah, okay, it's of course difficult to say right now. But I guess, maybe you can focus on one of the favorites, for example, Germany. As I'm from Germany, of course, I support Germany.
Poland.
Oh yeah, Belgium.
And why Belgium?
Because Grols has now the t-shirts with the Belgium flag on it, so that will be Belgium.
Well, I think we should support the Belgium team, the Red Devils. I really trust them.
Yes, France, of course.
And why France?
France, well, it's their home country, so I think it's a lot of fun if they win.
I believe Germany.
And why Germany?
Germans are good at football, I know that, and you're pretty big competitors, Netherlands against Germans, so.
I think England.
And why England?
Mentality, and because I have excellent strikers.
Yeah, Italy, definitely.
And why Italy?
Because it's a very nice vacation land.
Maybe Germany. There are a lot of Germans here at the university, but I would also think France, because it is in France, and I think they have a pretty good team with young players. So why not?
Well, it's obvious that we can support the Belgian country. And I think they would like that when the Dutch are very happy to see the Belgians win the championship. So that would be a suggestion, I think.
Germany, I think.
And why Germany?
Germany is the Mannschaft, so I'm a big fan of Germany.
I say Ireland.
And why Ireland?
Because it's a beautiful country. I've never been there, but I heard it's a beautiful country and people there are so nice.
Brazil.
At the European Championship.
Germany.
And why Germany?
It's so close. It's like you're almost friends, you know. And they're good.
Let's choose our neighbors, Germany.
Spain.
Belgium.
Belgium, yeah.
Poland, because the people from Poland work really hard for very little money. So I think that's a really good point they have on the point.
And then the final score. On the 4th place, Ireland, Italy, Poland and Spain with only 1 vote. The 3rd place is for France and Poland with 2 votes. On the 2nd place, Belgium with 4 votes. And this is the country we're going to support, Germany with 6 votes.
Well, I think we're going to cheer for Germany then. Besides this item, we also invited Brett Dundon, a real football supporter or Oranje supporter, or?
Yes,
yeah.
as well.
Okay, well, like we said, Holland didn't qualify for this European Championship. How come?
Well, I think we may have underestimated the group we were in because, like Turkey, they've got a real good team. Iceland as well, some real good players, and yeah, a switch of manager as well, going from Hiddink to Blind, and Blind giving all the young players a chance who maybe shouldn't have got a call up for the national team because we needed experienced players.
Yeah.
But he invited all young players in and we didn't qualify.
Okay, well, since I think 2 years ago we had a World Cup and they were doing very well.
Yes.
Is that the big change then, that they invited the young players to play?
Well, we had some young players at the World Cup as well, but we had another manager, Louis van Gaal, then.
Yeah.
He played a different formation, and now with Hiddink and Blind we're going back to the Dutch system for 3-3.
Yeah.
And I think that suits us good because we've got some good players overall, but yeah, you have to look at where our strengths, and maybe we should have gone with the other formation Van Gaal used.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And are you really sad that Holland didn't qualify?
Well, of course it's not fun to watch all the other teams and you're sitting there like, oh, well, okay, we're not qualified, but my father is from England, so I've still got a team to cheer for.
So you are supporting England
yes,
then?
I'm supporting England. We didn't have a vote of the people at your school, but I'm supporting England.
And do you also think they are going to win this year?
They've got a pretty good chance of winning this year, I think. We're seeing it every year, but like now we've got a good young group of players and there's a great mentality in it with some Leicester players. They've just won the league out of nothing, so they will bring something extra to our national team.
And when Holland was qualified, did you still choose England to support, or?
Well, both obviously, but when we play each other, I don't really know what team I would have supported.
And who will win the tournament this year, do you think?
That's a hard one because, like I just said, England have got a good team, young players and good mentality, but France, I think, have the best chance of winning it just because it's in their own country. And
they play better if it is in your own country?
Well, I think it's important if you play in your own country. You want to perform, and they've got a team to perform as well. They've got great players.
Well, and it starts tonight, right?
Yes.
Okay, and who's going to play tonight?
France are playing their opener. I'm not sure against who.
Are you going to watch it?
I'm going to watch it for sure,
In a bar? Or at home?
No, just at home.
Just at home?
Yes.
Well, I wish you lots of fun then.
Yes, thank you.
And now for the last time, let's see if Maud and Martin are still at Pinkpop and how it's going there. Maud and Martin, hi.
Well, hello. I'm standing here with Kim and Chloe at Pinkpop, and I'm going to ask you how they like Pinkpop. So, Chloe, how do you like Pinkpop?
It's an amazing festival. All the artists here, they're all so great. I served
Okay, and you, Kim, how do you like?
I'm fucking excited. I'm gonna
Yeah?
all of them.
Yeah. Oh my god. You're only fucking all right now. Yeah. Sure. Yeah. And for which artist are you coming?
What?
Upstart. No. And Red Hot Chili Peppers. Yeah. And yeah. Double Up. I don't know. What's the song which one? Do you know?
A little.
Yeah, with the song Slow Down Brother. Yeah. Yeah. Did you vote for him? Yeah. That's why it's Ukraine. Yeah. Ukraine? Yeah. Because why Ukraine? Because it was very good song. Yeah, enough people. Perfect. Okay, but back to the thing. The common minutes. Do you know that? They're also here. No? You don't know it? No. Is it good? It's very good. You must go there. And how about Kaigo? Oh, Kaigo. Yeah. But how long was your trip to Nova? Like a very long distance. We're coming from England, so we went with the airplane. Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
and then we went with bus. So how late did you arrive here? Okay, but guys, thank you very much for this interview. I hope you enjoy the weather and the festival. And we will see each other later on. You too. Okay, back to the studio.
well, thank you, Maud and Martin, for this interview. On to the next item. Most students dream about going on a world trip, but it isn't as easy as it seems. Besides good memories, there are also many bad experiences which you might not know about.
Today we are in Assen. We're going to meet Laura. She just returned from a trip through South America for 2.5 months. Laura experienced a lot of complications during a trip. Today she's going to tell her story. So Laura, tell me something about your trip. Where did you go?
I started my trip in Cuba. I went there for 2.5 weeks, and then I went to Ecuador, including the Galapagos Islands, and then I made my way through Peru and Bolivia.
During your trip you had a lot of complications. Can you tell me something about that?
I got a sunstroke in Cuba with a bad and really painful complication on my legs. So I had to go to the hospital for that. And I had to lay there for 2 hours with IV for dehydration. And they put cold compresses on my legs to keep the get the burning out of it. But it didn't help, so I had to lay down in bed for 5 days. And I thought, where am I gonna stay for 5 days in Cuba without being able to take care of myself? It was really hard to find accommodation that day because the Rolling Stones were in town. And Havana was full, so it was really hard to find something. I think I walked for hours to search for a place.
Besides your sunstroke, did you suffer other illnesses?
They don't really care about hygiene in Bolivia. So I got food poisoning during a tour. It was a tour to the salt flats, and the salt flats are really beautiful. You see a lot of different landscapes. But it is a tour in the car for 3 days. For 3 days you drive through the different landscapes and nothing's there. So no bathroom, no toilets, nothing. So I just had to wait and sit in the car until we found a bathroom.
Was this the only bad experience from your trip?
Well, not really. I got robbed in Quito in a public bus. They cut open my bag and took my phone and $300. And I knew that Quito was quite dangerous. People told me be careful in the buses because they rob you and keep your bag in the front. So that's what I did. Inside the bus, it was really full. The bus was packed. And I was standing with my bag in front of me on my belly. And I held it with one hand. And with one hand, I held onto the rooftop. So the bus was fine, it was just packed, but after I think 15-20 minutes we had to switch to another bus. And that bus was way more quiet, so we could sit down, and I thought, oh, let's check the time on my phone. So I wanted to take my phone out of my bag. And from the inside I saw a hole like this, and I immediately thought, my phone's gone.
Do you regret making your trip?
No, not at all. I cannot wait to go back traveling again. Of course, it was really hard sometimes, and a lot of times I was really upset because of things that happened, like for example the sunstroke. It was in the beginning of my trip, and I really didn't want to go home, so I was really upset. But it also taught me a lot. All these experiences, I just learned a lot about going through tough times. I learned a lot about myself, so it was definitely worth it.
So, this is the story of Laura, but how can you prevent that stuff like this happens?
Today we are going to Skype with Thies, and Thies has his own traveling blog and is an expert in traveling. Welcome, Thies.
Hi.
Can you tell us a bit more about yourself?
Well, my name is Thies. I'm the owner and the founder of the website Aziësper.nl, which is a website where I share my passion for traveling, in Asia mainly.
Okay.
Also the writer of my own travel guide. I did my first world trip back in 2009, and well, since then I've been traveling as much as I can. So.
And why do you like traveling so much?
Well, I know it's a cliche, but traveling gives you a feeling of freedom.
Yeah.
Traveling teaches you, that the world is bigger than Holland or Europe. And there's so many places to see, so many people to meet, so many cultures to learn from. And every day is a new adventure, and you do new things every day. And for me, that gives me an unlimited amount of energy. So
yeah.
That's why I like traveling.
Well, and what's your favorite country?
Well, I just got back from the Philippines, which I like very, very much. Yeah. People are very nice, the weather is very good, food is good. So, yeah.
Okay, and we just saw an item about a girl who has a lot of bad luck in traveling.
Yeah.
What is, according to you, the most common mistake that travelers make?
Well, that's a little bit difficult because everybody has their own expectations of traveling. But I think the most mistakes have to do with a good research. And research is something else than planning your whole trip day by day. But you can do some research on the internet. Just Google a couple of things about the place you're going to visit. And I've met a lot of people in my travels who didn't know about the visa regulations, for example, or how to dress in temples, or they pack way too much, so they have a heavy backpack, or they run out of money. It's all to do with research. If you do a little bit of research, you can prevent most mistakes. So.
Yeah. And what could have Laura done better?
Well, again, it's a little bit of research, and about the sunstroke. You're going to a warmer place with more sun. You're exposed to the sun a lot more than you used to in Holland. So you have to wear a cap or a hat, or you have to drink more water, you use more sunblock. Those are simple tips you can find on the internet if you do a little bit of research. She also mentioned that she couldn't find a room in Cuba because of the Rolling Stones. That's the kind of things, if you know that before you go, you can book a room ahead, so you don't, get in trouble with finding a room. About being robbed, that's hard to prevent because you never know when it's going to happen. But my first rule is never put your valuable things in front of your bag because it's easy to reach.
Yeah.
I always put it in the back of I bought a special day bag with a special compartment where I use my phone and my wallet and my money and stuff. So that's the kind of things you can prevent. But again, being robbed is kind of hard to prevent. Even myself got robbed a couple of times. So.
And the last question, I think a lot of students are going to backpack. Do you have one great tip for them?
One great tip. Well, if I can give you one tip, it's backpacking is kind of a big hype nowadays. It's all about traveling cheap, but don't be too cheap. You can better spend a little bit of money and have a good time than save a lot of money and skip all the best highlights. So I always say, spend a little more and have a good time.
Okay. Well, thank you for this interview and thank you for these tips. As I hope that people are going to take those tips into account. So thank you and have a nice day.
Right. Thank you. You too.
Thank you. Last but not least, we would like to show you the trailer of Media and Entertainment Management. Have a look of what awaits you as a MEM student. And if you are already studying MEM, have a look at your studies from a different perspective. And our last guest of today is Martijn Veenstra, and you're a PBL and research skills teacher. And what makes MEM a special studies for you?
Whoa, good question to begin with. Well, what makes it special? I think the PBL system really, that there's a lot of contact between students and teachers, and I also think that the informal atmosphere there is, so not a lot of hierarchy going on. So yeah, it's a pretty egalitarian studies. Yeah.
And why should a student choose for MEM?
Wow, that has that's something the student has to decide for him or herself. But I think always when choosing a study, intrinsic motivation is what really interests you. Choose that study.
Okay. And would you study MEM if you had the possibility?
No.
No. Why not?
No. Well, I did my studies in psychology and history and theory of science, so that's philosophical. And I think for me, maybe MEM would be too practical. But I guess that's also interesting. So yeah, maybe I would for the practice.
For the practice. And what drives you to be a teacher at MEM?
The money.
The money.
No, I'm kidding. Well, obviously money. You need money to live. But otherwise, well, when I was a student, I gave a lot of help to other students with statistics. It was like a job for me then to tutor other students with statistics, and I found out that this was something that really motivated me to help other people understand a little bit more about the world. So that's why I chose education as a
but why not leisure?
Oh yeah. Well, a colleague of mine, Annelies Breiker, she's also a good friend, and she, well, that's how it works. When you know someone, it's easier to get in. I didn't have a lot of experience, so not a lot of options to choose from. But
And how long are you working at MEM?
1 year now.
1 year. And what was your highlight of that year?
My highlights. I guess the revisions we did for research skills modules. We made a lot of progress there to let it be a better preparation for the thesis in the end. So I guess
it's a lot different than what I had in the first year.
Okay.
So I think it's better.
Okay,
well, I wish you good luck with teaching, and you have
you.
almost summer holiday. So
still a little while to go.
Okay. Well, thank you for this interview, and good luck with teaching.
Thanks.
And this was the episode for this week. I would like to thank the whole crew for being here, for the third-year managers who worked really hard this module, and of course Daniel, our teacher. And we wish you an amazing holidays. See you next year.